I was engaged to a man who lacked self-control and accountability over his own actions. He constantly fell into the conviction of his lustful ways, never fighting against temptation, but instead feeding it. I actually recorded a whole story time of what happened at the end of my engagement. But my spirit led me to record this in a more respectful and tasteful way. So that's what I'm going to do right now. The truth is, I was betrayed by the man that I slept next to for 2 years straight. And I am mad as hell about it. Do you know how mentally sick a person has to be to stab their future wife in the back with predatory and manipulative behavior while she's away? This man took the weekend that I was gone on my bachelorette trip that I did nothing on.
On your bachelorette trip that you did nothing on? So why even take the trip? Look, here's the thing. Whenever I see a woman make a video like this, I always say to myself, okay, I understand she's playing the victim role and she wants to seem like she's a good person, right? Now, there's two sides to every story. But my thing is this: what do women hope to gain making videos like this? Don't they understand this is not going to impress a wise man? A wise man is not going to see a woman making a video like this and say to himself, wow, I feel bad for her. You know what? Let me save her. Let me make her my wife. She's wifey material. The thing about women who makes videos like this, it makes them look bad. And the only type of man who would be impressed by a woman who is making a video like this is a sucker. That's the only type of man a chick like this will be able to pull with this type of video. Because a wise man is going to say to himself, you're not good at making decisions. You have a poor taste in judgment. Because why it took you that long to see the signs? You see what I'm saying? Is like you want a woman who is meticulous, who pay attention to details. A lot of times, women are in relationships just for the money. So the only time they start seeing the bad in a man is when the money slows up. And these are all signs of a bird. And again, when a woman brings her personal relationship issues to the internet, it's very telling what type of woman this is. But let's continue.
To try to pick up innocent women and feed them lies, to coerce them to have intercourse with him, to lie to women, to get them to agree to things that they probably normally wouldn't agree to, is predatory and manipulative behavior. But the truth is, I was 3 months away from marrying a man who is deceitful, a dangerous person who never deserved my love, my time, nor my effort. And you can be in the gym all you want and lift all the weights that you want, because the truth is, you are not strong. Because strength does not come from the muscles that you gain. It comes from the Spirit of the Lord. Matthew chapter 26, verse 41. Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. Weak flesh makes a weak man. As I said in my previous video,
So you use the Bible to bash a man, right? Don't you understand that relationships are sacred? But this is the thing about a woman, fellas. Well, women like this. They will always find God when it's convenient. Women will find God when they are desperately looking for a man. Like if a woman been out here in the streets and for some reason she can't find a man or she can't find a husband, even though she spent her prime years doing a bunch of hoe stuff, when she's past the prime and she can't find a husband, that's when she's going to find the church. The church is the last stop for a woman for the streets. That's just how it goes. And it's just in their nature, right? And as men, y'all got to understand that's how it works. These women only find God when it's convenient, but when things are going good, when they are dealing with a player and they got a man with money and things like that, they don't think about the church. They don't think about God. It's only when it's convenient.
stepped off the plane after my bachelorette trip was over, my life, it completely changed. And I'm still coming to grips with it because it's so different from what I planned it to be. God had actually revealed to my mother that the man that I was going to marry, the man that we welcomed to our family, was plotting against me the entire time I was away for 4 days on my trip.
4 days.
While I was out the country celebrating my upcoming wedding, this man was in restaurants and bars, picking up random innocent women, feeding them lies. He was going to pick up women, sleep with them, then once I returned, block them and never speak to them again. Hiding the deceit like the true coward that he is. Drop another scripture.
Yo.
I'm shaking. Luke chapter 8, verse 17. For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. God will always expose what's done in the dark. So on day 2 of my trip, he stumbled across the wrong woman. She caught on to his manipulation and his lies rather quickly. He lied to her so deeply when she did not agree to take him back to her place. He went as far as to tell her that I was in a mental institution. If she saw any woman's belongings in the house that we shared, we just got together, if she saw any of my belongings, just know that I am in a mental institution. I will be getting my things once I'm out. Imagine how sick and twisted you have to be to concoct a lie like that. Why put me in a mental institution? Is that how you truly feel about me? And you're lying on me like that just to satisfy the needs of your flesh. So the woman declined his advances because he...
Yo, nah. And see, fellas, this is why you gotta pay attention to the signs, bro. If everything about a woman is fake on the outside, everything about her will be fake on the inside. Remember that, bro. Fake hair, a face filled with makeup, fake eyelashes. Bro, do not believe anything a woman like that says. Now, this chick just tried to cry to make her story seem more meaningful. Where are the tears? And she's doing a poor acting job, by the way. It's almost like she's auditioning for an acting role, and it's sad. But that's how fake she is. But let's carry on. And this is why you gotta listen to every side of a story. And the worst thing a man could do is believe what these birds be saying, bro. That's the worst thing a man could do is believe the shit these chicks be saying.
Spooked her, saying that I was in a mental institution and my stuff was at our shared apartment. So the next day, she ended up searching his name and phone number on Google, maybe. Our wedding registry pops up. She then finds out that he's about to get married in December. She does a little more research and she finds out that I'm not in a mental institution. I'm actually in Jamaica. But I was having so much.
What you doing in Jamaica if you about to get married? Yo, we gotta hear his side of the story, bro. Seriously, because this is just ridiculous. Because think about this. I'm about to get married to a woman and she's on a trip in Jamaica? What? I'm pretty sure he didn't approve of her going on that trip. And she probably went anyway. And he probably got mad. I was like, all right, watch this.
Much fun in Jamaica. I wasn't worried about Instagram or anything like that. So when she tried to
Yeah, of course you was having so much fun because you was getting cracked. Of course, yeah.
attempt to reach out to me a couple times and I didn't respond, she found my mother on Facebook and on Instagram. She reached out to my mom. That very moment was the warning that God had sent down from the heavens to let my mom know that I was about to marry somebody who did not deserve me at all.
Mm-hmm.
This experience has showed me, should show every woman listening, that predators don't always look like strangers in dark alleys. They could very well be the people that you're planning a life with, sleeping next to every night. I got one more Bible scripture to share for this video. It's Matthew chapter 7, verse 15. Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inward they are ravening wolves. I decided to share my story, not out of bitterness, but out of gratefulness. This is my testimony because God saved me from a destructive marriage. If a man cannot control his flesh, he will not be able to lead your household.
This shit is crazy. So she made this video to clean up her image in hopes of finding a sucker who is going to look at this video and say to himself like, yo, this is a good woman. That guy messed up. He lose a good woman. Let me put on my cape and save her. Yeah, that's so naive some dudes are. But if you pay attention to details, the key thing in this story was her going on a trip to Jamaica for 4 days. And she was having such a good time that she wasn't even checking her Instagram. Do you understand what that means? She was getting crack so good that she wasn't focused on nothing else. But she made a video like this to clean up her image and for us to think that whoever that guy is, he's a bad guy. The bottom line is this, man, fellas, be wise out here, bro. And once you see a woman brings her relationship issues to the internet, just know that's not the type of woman that you will want to even be in a relationship with. That's a woman who doesn't value relationships. That's the only type of woman who will bring her relationship issues to the internet. A woman who doesn't value relationships. Don't forget that. Fellas, be wise out here.
If you haven't yet, go get you some of that merch. You all already know, don't feed the birds. That's what it is. We don't feed the birds over here. So if you rock with your boy, go get you some of that good merch.